We find ourselves in Kadipo Valley National Park, a breathtaking expanse of wilderness in Uganda, where endless grasslands stretch beneath the vast African sky. It is here, amidst the harsh yet captivating rhythm of nature, that a remarkable tale of friendship and loyalty unfolded, a profound bond between a man and one of the planet's most majestic creatures. The African sun dips below the jagged horizon of Kadipo Valley National Park, painting the vast sky with fiery hues of orange. Within a modest hut nestled amongst the familiar acacia trees, Kamau, a weathered man with sun-kissed skin and eyes that held a profound understanding of the natural world, breathed his last. His passing left a quiet void in the hearts of fellow rangers, researchers, and the countless wild souls he had once sheltered. The day to bid farewell to Kamau unfolded beneath the sprawling canopy of an ancient baobab tree, a silent witness to countless Kadipo sunrises and sunsets. The simple wooden coffin, crafted from local timber, rested solemnly upon a bamboo stretcher. Those who came to pay their respects, primarily devoted rangers and cherished companions in conservation, stood in quiet contemplation, their faces etched with sorrow. The gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze, mingled with the delicate melody of birdsong, only deepened the serene solemnity of the moment. And then, from the sweeping golden grasslands, an imposing figure emerged. It was Simba, a fully grown male lion, his thick, dark mane a regal crown, his amber eyes gleaming with a profound intensity. The lord of a vast territory, Simba approached the gathering with a slow yet commanding presence. The assembled mourners stood transfixed, a mixture of awe, fear, and bewilderment etched upon their faces. Never before had they witnessed a wild lion approach humans in such a manner, within the context of such a poignant occasion. To comprehend this extraordinary bond, we must journey back 7 years. Following a fierce storm that had swept through the valley, Kamau, during his patrol, came upon a heartbreaking scene. A lioness, Simba's ill-fated mother, had fallen victim to the raw power of nature. Beside her lifeless form lay a tiny lion cub, soaked and trembling, desperately attempting to rouse her. The cub's bewildered eyes reflected utter fear and loss. In that moment, Kamau faced a profound decision. By the harsh laws of nature, the cub's fate seemed sealed. Conservation experts he contacted offered cautious advice, highlighting the inherent risks of interfering with the wild and the potential dangers of habituating a formidable predator. Yet the desperate plea in the tiny creature's eyes resonated deeply within Kamau's compassionate heart. He could not turn his back on such vulnerability. With profound empathy, he chose to rescue the cub, bestowing upon him a name imbued with meaning in Swahili, Simba, simply lion. The initial days of caring for Simba were a demanding endeavor. Kamau became an unlikely surrogate mother, meticulously feeding him milk, keeping him warm, and shielding him from the myriad dangers of the wild. He learned to interpret Simba's soft growls, to decipher his smallest movements, and gradually, an invisible yet powerful thread of trust and patience wove itself between man and beast. As Simba grew stronger, Kamau fashioned a spacious semi-wild enclosure within his property, a habitat that mimicked the natural environment, allowing the young lion to develop his hunting skills and innate wild instincts. He was careful to avoid any action that might lead to Simba becoming overly reliant on human care, encouraging him to explore and thrive in the vast wilderness beyond. And so, Simba transformed into a magnificent lion, his golden coat gleaming, his thick black mane a symbol of his burgeoning power and wild beauty. He embarked on extended hunting expeditions, exploring the vast territories of Kadipo. Yet, remarkably, Simba always returned to Kamau's humble dwelling. Not for food or shelter, but it seemed drawn by a familiar presence, a sense of security, and an extraordinary yet profound connection. Simba's returns were often marked by a quiet dignity. He would rest in the shade of a nearby tree, his amber eyes following Kamau as he worked, or gently nudge his head against the old man's leg, a silent greeting, a testament to a loyalty and respect that transcended the boundaries of species. Years drifted by, etching their passage onto Kamau's face. His health began to wane, a relentless neurological ailment gradually stealing his clarity and strength. Simba, it seemed, sensed this change. His visits became more frequent. He spent longer periods near Kamau, sometimes simply lying silently outside the hut, his gaze fixed on the frail movements of his aging friend. Simba's roars took on a deeper, more melancholic resonance, a wild lament echoing through the Kadipo plains. And Kamau, even in his pain and weakening state, felt Simba's constant presence, his extraordinary companionship. In fleeting moments of lucidity, he would reach out a frail hand to touch the lion's warm fur, a gesture laden with affection and gratitude. In his final days, Kamau returned to his cherished hut. Simba, a steadfast companion, kept vigil outside, beneath the ethereal glow of the African moon. As Kamau's breath grew shallow and finally faded into the stillness of the night, a roar tore through the quiet of the bush. It was a sound of profound grief, of deep loss and wild anguish, Simba's lament echoing across the Kadipo Valley, a primal elegy for a lost friend, a lost father. And now, we return to the funeral. As the simple wooden coffin was about to be lowered into the earth, a scene of both terror and profound poignancy unfolded. With a guttural roar that ripped through the air, Simba suddenly charged forward with astonishing speed. He leaped onto the coffin, his powerful paws landing firmly on the wooden surface. His thick black mane bristled like a crown of fury, his fiery amber eyes scanning the stunned faces of the mourners. From his throat emanated a series of earth-shaking growls, a raw symphony of utter grief and untamed rage. His sharp claws tore savagely at the wood, splintering fragments flying, while his white fangs gnashed together in fierce threat. The assembled mourners were gripped by utter panic, their cries catching in their throats. They attempted to drive away the enraged lion, but none dared approach the magnificent yet desperate creature. In a final surge of sorrow and fury, Simba unleashed his immense strength, tearing a large section from the coffin lid. Through the jagged opening, a sight both horrifying and miraculous appeared. Kamau was still alive. His body was rigid, his heartbeat almost imperceptible, but he had not yet departed this world. He was in the grip of catalepsy, a rare condition that mimics death. The wild instinct and remarkable bond with Kamau had compelled Simba to act, saving his friend from the cold embrace of the grave. Kamau was rushed to a nearby field clinic and slowly recovered. The reunion between him and Simba was a deeply moving moment, a testament to a connection that defied all boundaries. The majestic lion nuzzled against Kamau, his rumbling purr a profound greeting of return. In the years that followed, Simba sired his own pride, often appearing with his offspring near Kamau's dwelling. The tale of the man and the lion became a living legend in the Kadipo Valley, whispered from one tribe to another, an inspiration for a more compassionate approach to conservation, underscoring the profound potential of the bonds we can forge with the wild world around us. Beneath the vibrant hues of the Kadipo sunset, Kamau would sit on his familiar wooden stool, his gaze following Simba's pride as they played on the golden grasslands. His weathered face bore the marks of time, but it was illuminated by a deep peace and contentment. The legend of the extraordinary friendship between man and lion would continue to echo through this wild land, a poignant reminder of the wonders that lie within the natural world, waiting only for us to open our hearts and listen to its silent call. The story of Kamau and Simba is more than just a touching anecdote about the remarkable bond between a human and a wild animal. It serves as a profound reminder of the existence of miraculous connections that transcend the boundaries of species. Deep within the heart of every living creature lies the capacity for love, loyalty, and loss. Simba's life-saving act shattered all preconceived notions, revealing that empathy and compassion are not confined by form or instinct. This enduring legend continues to inspire a more humane approach to conservation, encouraging us to listen to the silent voices of nature and to cherish the precious bonds we can forge with the wild world that surrounds us.